Creed for me had a lot of themes about black masculinity in particular, and I was wondering how you see Creed 2 building on that theme.
I think it was really important to show young black love, you know, the relationship that he has with his fiance, with Bianca. Adonis and Bianca, you know, they're becoming their own little power couple, which is kind of cool. I like that. And it was always fun to play.
When Mike's character is taking out Bianca's hair, and none of that stuff was on accident. You know, to us, real representation has to do with specificity, and those moments felt like an I love you to black fans and black audiences.
What was it like revisiting that relationship with Tessa?
It was great. Tessa's an amazing actress, but for us to kind of get back together on set and fall into our chemistry and play into these characters that we know so well, I thought it was a lot of fun.
That was so easy. I don't know why. I feel like, I don't even know if I believe in past lives or what. We just have an instant rapport we did from the second we met each other, and we're good friends, and we've stayed in contact since we made the first one, and we just like hanging out. Like, that felt like no time had passed at all, except that we look older, I think. We're both like looking at pictures of the first one and like, oh my God, we look so young. And I think he says like we're adulting now, both us as people and the characters. We're not adulting quite as much as Bianca and Adonis, but I think we have grown up some.
It was a lot of conversations between me, myself, and Tessa with their relationship. We were all pulling from like personal stuff. Like, none of us had to have a kid, you know, so we're like, we don't even know what to do with it. And so you see scenes in the movie where Mike is like, I don't know what to do with the kid. And then there's also moments like the proposal scene. That was a talked about scene a lot because we wanted to make sure it wasn't like a cliche moment. And I pulled from my personal life because it was a great moment when I proposed, but also it wasn't as planned, you know, and nothing ever goes as planned. And I think we kept that kind of spontaneous vibe throughout the scene and a little bit of improv, but we knew where we wanted to go. You spoke to Tessa, so it was like a lot of conversations with her to make sure that her character didn't necessarily fall off or became just like Adrian, but to our generation had a voice throughout the entire film and process, especially the Creed's decisions. And so that took collaboration, that took dialogue, that took all three of us, because there were places me and Mike didn't know how to get there, and she would, you know. And so, yeah, it was just a group effort, man.
What was it like, you know, coming back to a character for the first time?
It was amazing. Yeah, building on these characters and relationships that we kind of established in Creed 1 and seeing where they would go, giving them challenges, obstacles to Bianca and Adonis and Rocky, and seeing them overcome them and see how they grow. I think that was pretty cool to do. I was worried that the film was a sequel and that was going to be so big that we're going to lose the real moments. What I wanted to bring and keep was obviously just adding to the story of Adonis, Creed, and Bianca, making sure that the progression within their storyline feels real, you know, and that we're able to connect to it.